Nurse Kristi Simmonds got the COVID-19 vaccine to show others it was safe.
I basically got it because that's kind of what we do as nurses.
I have good days and bad days.
Less than a week after her first dose, Simmonds says she started having tremors.
It almost feels like your whole body just seizes up and you can't do anything about it.
Simmonds isn't alone. Nearly 16,000 people have reported events after getting the COVID vaccine. The most common are headaches, fatigue, and fever. According to government data, tremors are a rare occurrence.
For pretty much every vaccine that's on the market today, the risks of not getting the vaccine far eclipse the risks of getting the vaccine.
Dr. Michael Kinch is with the Center for Drug Discovery at Washington University. He says even with the COVID vaccine offering 95% protection, there are risks.
We've seen some injection reactions immediately following the vaccination, and there have been sporadic reports of other potential side effects. But for the most part, we've been remarkably lucky, frankly, to have gotten a vaccine that turns out to be this safe.
There are individuals who have vaccine injuries.
There are two funds that vaccine injury attorney Michael Milmo says were created specifically to help those injured by a vaccine.
Congress set this program up to make sure that they were compensated quickly and fairly.
The National Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, or VICP, was set up in the 80s to shield vaccine manufacturers from liability and to make sure people injured by vaccines are paid. It covers injury claims for 16 routine vaccines recommended by the CDC. Right now, the COVID-19 vaccine is not on the list.
But I think if there's enough evidence out there that the coronavirus vaccine should be routinely given to children, that's very likely to change.
Currently, people like Simmonds have one place to get help. The Countermeasures Injury Compensation Program, or CICP, covers injuries caused by treatments for pandemics like H1N1 and Ebola.
That's a much more limited fund. The agency determination is final, and that really puts people in a real pickle.
One difference in the programs is how many people they help. The I-Team found the CICP has paid out 29 claims, totaling a little more than $6 million over the past decade. The VICP has approved more than 7,800 vaccine injury claims, paying out more than $4.5 billion since the 1980s.
While you cannot ever say that an individual's event is or is not linked to a particular, for example, vaccination, you can't prove it, nor can you disprove it. And so that's why some of these laws have been set up, some of these funds have been created.
I'm scared that I won't be able to be a nurse anymore.
It's still unclear whether Simmonds will qualify for help.
I can't sit here and tell someone that the vaccine is not good for them because they may take it and be fine.
A controversial ruling by the Trump administration will soon remove coverage for shoulder injuries, which account for nearly 60% of all vaccine injury claims filed. Milmo believes the Biden administration may reverse that decision. For information on how to apply for these funds, go to our website, ksdk.com. For the I-Team, PJ Randawa, 5 on your side.